First of all, I would like to express my thanks and gratitude to Election Commission of India for this very grand international conference regarding the electoral education and civic educations. I will try my present very briefly. Inclusive electoral literacy through informal education channels. The first page, opening page, is the emblems of Nepal. Now here, some background of Nepal's given here, as you see. I don't like to make elaborate this very. Only we have population 26.4 million, and our literacy percentage is around 66%. And Nepal is now democratic country, federal republic country. And in Nepal, democracy practice has been started since 1950, but still we are young democracy. We are practicing young democracy. And our geography, very diverse geography we have, Tara, hill and mountain. Tara and hill region covers around 83% land to the total area, and Tara 17% around. And now, according to the new constitutions, we have 7 provinces. And we are very rich in socio-cultural diversity, that is around more than 125 socio-cultural diversity, and likewise the language, we have more than 126. And the presentation, as you see, the background, establishment, gender inclusion incentive, opportunity and challenges, all the things have been included. See the content outline of the. Now, the background, the Election Commission in Nepal was first introduced in the interim constitution of 1950. First, Nepal 1950 democracy was established in Nepal in 1950, and the first election, democratic election, was held in 1959. And according to the constitutional body, since 1966, Election Commission became independent constitutional body. Now we have 5 commissioners, and one of the is Chief Election Commissioner. And these are the backgrounds. I don't like to. And we have, during the 30 years, we have autocratic panchayati rules, so we don't like to make a detail of that. And then in 1990, we had restoration of democracy. And then the multi-party democracy system and election started, and the new voter education also started in Nepal since 1990. And as we all know that in Nepal 2008, April 10, we had first elections of Constituent Assembly. And then the second time, we had also Constituent Assembly election in 2013, 19 November. And our voter education program started since 1990 in a programmed way, and because of that, in 2013 Constituent Assembly election, the turnout of the voters was around 80%. It was historical. And there may be different reasons, but one of the basic and fundamental reasons of increasing the turnout was the voter education. The voter education. So now, just I would like to move some of the important, after 2012, systematic and organizational voter education system started in Nepal. And it was, in short, it is called EEIC, Electoral Education and Information Center. Since 2012, it has been established, and it is enhancing awareness and participation of voters towards electoral systems, process and procedures, expansions of EIC in regional level, we have 5 regional offices and 2 regional offices. This EIC program is being conducted. And in the EIC, we have mini museum displaying election-related materials, you can see. Now, we have mini theaters also of 25 minutes. Since 1952, we have electoral democratic, all events are being presented by mini theaters, to whom it will be clear. And we have also interactive room also, that is totally technology based interactive room. And mock elections also we conduct in the EEIC. And the visitors since 2012 to August 2016, here you see male 53%, female 47%, and in number it is 23,817 visitors. Now, regarding the capacity enhancement, Election Commission Nepal is implementing its second strategic plan. Capacity building program is one of the major pillars of the strategic plan. A regular capacity building program has been conducted to election staff and stakeholders. A specific bridge model trainings have been conducted, introducing to electoral management, gender and election, access to electoral process, electoral disputes, resolution, political finance, etc. Next, different resource manuals have been developed. Trainings to deaf citizens, disabled persons, women and minorities have been focused. Now, inclusive electoral literacy activities are here displayed. And voter education program, basic features of our voter education programs are that we use also some of the traditional methods of voter education and electoral educations, which are very common in our rural area. As you know, Dohri Geet, some of the cultural dance and musics, all the things are, we make practice during the elections. And our voter education program is also technology based, outreach based, disadvantaged and marginalized group focused, female group focused, based on wider consultation with stakeholders, regular updating and upgrading, voter education as a continuous process. Now we have social studies teachers training also. We have started this social studies teachers training. Realize the scope and influence of the teachers. In Nepalese society, ESN has conducted electoral education to social studies teachers of secondary level school. Both the community and private school social studies teachers are the participants. It has been started since 2013. 27 districts out of 75 completed. Trainings to social studies teachers will have a lifelong impact to them. A comprehensive resource book developed. Officials of the commission visit community and private schools and take sessions and classes conducted in all districts by concerned district election offices. At present, Election Commission has focused not only in how to vote but also why to vote. Voter education through different means: print media, print materials we have, audio visuals, radio, widest reach due to Nepal's geography, TV channels. Mobile EIC we have also started, and mobilization of social mobilizer. In each village development we have social mobilizer. So through social mobilizer we conduct these voter educations also. Focused on impart the voter education at local level communities. Major role played in the voter registration and voter identification card distribution process in CA election 2013. Now, gender and inclusion incentive also. We have gender policy, gender and inclusion policy. So here, GI policy 13, strategy 215, 20, and action plans we have gender and institutional frameworks regarding the gender and inclusions. Now, regular interface with stakeholders, we also conduct this regular interface with the stakeholders, different stakeholders, like women, Dalit, disabled, excluded minorities, review of formal school curriculum, updating and developing of electoral education curriculum in consultation with the relevant stakeholders, orientation to major stakeholders about new electoral provision, political parties, CSO, media, etc. Some opportunities like successful implementation, the first strategic plan and undergoing reforms according to the second strategic plan. continuous of past efforts to improve inclusive education and participation in elections. In light of constitutional commitment addresses GI-related concern raised by key stakeholders, women, Dalits, backward communities, backward regions, indigenous and ethnic communities, Madhesi persons with disabled other minorities. Draft electoral laws, policies to be gender sensitive and inclusive. This could help mainstream GI within political forces. Now, some challenges we have also: socio-cultural discrimination and poverty hinder women participation in the electoral process. Many communities care more of livelihoods than informed participation in elections. Political parties participating in elections not sufficiently addressing gender and inclusion. Lack of adequate gender and disability-friendly infrastructure for polling. Yes, we started late, but within 10 minutes I finished. Thank you. If you have any queries, please let on. Thank you.